In Matthew 3, verse 8, it says, produce fruit in keeping with repentance. As you stretch your latissimus dorsi, lengthening and surrendering, remember to yield your heart to God through faith in Jesus Christ. Just as you bend forward, humble yourself before Him. Produce fruit in keeping with repentance, allowing Jesus to transform and stretch your faith. So may this stretch symbolize your willingness to release tension and surrender to God's will. I'm Roman Hunter. Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about the latissimus dorsi forward bend stretch, right? The latissimus dorsi forward bend stretch is that big muscle of the back. It extends from the mid-back and inserts all the way up into the arm. It is responsible for internal rotation, extension, and adduction of the shoulder. Okay, now if that muscle is tight, it can be a contributing factor to many shoulder pathologies. It can lead to complications of the shoulder. You'll have difficulty, of course, moving the arm out or externally rotating the arm or laterally rotating the shoulder. You'll have difficulty doing that. You'll have a lot of tightness doing that. And also you'll have difficulty performing a proper shoulder flexion, right? You'll have difficulty lifting the arm up in front and overhead, okay? Now, many persons do have tight lats without even knowing it, and they're wondering why they're having, these shoulder problems. They're wondering why they have difficulty performing certain movements regarding the shoulder. And one of the main contributing factors could be that the person has tight latissimus dorsi. All right. So this stretch targets that muscle primarily. Okay. Now there are different ways to perform this stretch. I'm going to show you some of them. What will happen is that you're going to find you can use a grill at home. You can use a tree, you can use a table, a desk, a chair, whatever it is that you can find that is at the level of your chest or at the level of your shoulder height or at the level of your chest, okay? You're going to hold on to it, put both hands on it about equal distance apart, shoulder width apart. And what you're actually going to do, you're going to drive the hips back. So you're driving the hips back. So look on my hips, you're driving the bottom back, driving the butt back, and lean forward. So you're bending forward. That's what you call latissimus dorsi forward bend. You're bending forward into it and allow the chest to sink. Okay. So you're bringing it's as if you're bringing your chest closer to the floor. You're feeling that stretch. You should be feeling a tension right here. It's really good for that muscle. Feel that tension right there. It's really good for that muscle. If you want to further put a little bit more tension or further emphasize that muscle in terms of stretching it, what you can do is you can rotate the body onto that side. So it's like you're stretching and you're rotating the body. It's like you're rotating the body onto that side, getting more tension onto that muscle. So all you're doing is going down until you feel the point of tension, and you're going to hold that tension for a few seconds. You can do this for a particular period of time. You can do this, you can do this according to sets and reps. You're holding it. So a static stretch. You're going to bring your body up to release the tension a little bit. And then you're going to go back down into it, all right? So again, you drive. You can use a staggered stance if you want. You can have both feet together, side by side, or you can stand in a staggered stance, whichever foot position is more convenient and comfortable for you. You're going to drive the hips back. And this exercise can be done anywhere. It can be done at home, in a gym, in a park, wherever. It's exercise for all ages. Anybody can do this exercise for anyone. It's just to help loosen up your latissimus dorsi. It helps to create increased range of motion, flexibility. It helps to improve overall mobility of your lats and the shoulder. It really helps to relax your latissimus dorsi. If it is that you do have tightness there and you have difficulty in feeling that tightness there, it can also affect your back. If you have back pain, the latissimus dorsi could also be a culprit of that. All right? Not necessarily, not saying that it is a culprit of your back pain, but it can be a contributing factor to your back pain. Okay? So what you can do is take your time, drive the hips back, You hold on to a stable object. Your grill, it can hold on to the wall, a windowsill, your chair, a table, something that is firm and sturdy that won't topple over with you or that won't shift once you put your body weight against it, all right? So because you're supposed to actually be driving the hips back and leaning back a little bit, allowing the chest to sink. You're bending forward until the point of tension and you hold that. You hold it right there. And again, like I said, if you want to put more emphasis, you can lean your body over onto that side that you're stretching, and you can do it onto the opposite side and still hold it for a few seconds. Now, if it is that you don't want to hold on to anything, you can use a wall as well. You can even put further emphasis on the latissimus dorsi by bending the elbows. All right, so let's say that you have a wall right here. Let's say that you have a wall. What you can do the same thing. So you put your hands on the wall, the elbows are bent against the wall. Or you can use a chair as well. You can put the elbows on the table like this. So you have it like that, right? So you can put the elbows on a bench, a table, or something, you know, something firm, something sturdy, stable. Or you can use a wall, and you do the same thing, drive the hips back, and you feel that stretch in your latissimus dorsi muscle. Hold for a few seconds, hold the tension, and then ease up. If it is that you do have a predisposing shoulder problem, or you have a back issue, medical condition regarding the back or your shoulders, then I would strongly advise for you to seek medical advice and counsel from the physiotherapist first before performing this exercise. If while performing this exercise you're having increasing pain in your shoulders or in your back, then I would strongly suggest that you stop from performing this exercise. What you're supposed to be feeling is not increasing pain. You're supposed to be feeling a stretch. You're supposed to be feeling a gradual tension as you bend forward into this stretch. And once you feel that tension, you just hold it there for a few seconds and then back up. All right? So again, you can put your hand on the table and lean forward. So allow the body to sink, allow the chest to sink, drive the hips back. You can allow the back to arch a bit and allow your chest to sink, bending forward, holding that stretch, holding that tension for a few seconds. And you can do it with arms extended. So whichever one that is more convenient for you, quite frankly, you feel it a little bit more in your lats when you have the elbows bent and resting or supported by a table of some sort or an object of some sort. So you have the elbows resting on something and you just allow the hips to shift. You drive the hips back and bend forward at the same time, allowing the chest to sink. All right? So this is the latissimus dorsi forward bend stretch. It's a really wonderful exercise. It can be done anywhere. It's an exercise for all ages, for anyone who would want to perform this exercise. It really helps to loosen up the shoulder, loosen up and really relax the latissimus dorsi to facilitate more movement and range of motion at the shoulder. And it also helps to reduce the risk of injury at the shoulder. And it really contributes to overall functional performance of the shoulder and the back. Okay? So try it out, test it out, and see how it feels to you. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Roman Hunter. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.